What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, y'all?
What's going on?
What's going on? What's going on? You know, we got Matt back in the building, man. You know, Wes is behind the ones and twos when it comes to our production and whatnot. I mean, it's still you still being a producer. It's just like
Yeah, I am the yeah. No, I do the ones and twos.
DJ and engineer producer from music, so ones and twos, you know.
Yeah, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. What can I say? No, my job is to make you sound good.
Well, you do a major job.
No, thank you.
It's not just his only job, though. His own job is also help me continue to.
Hey, so yeah,
you can push the show forward.
So kind of a recap, and I know we brought up numbers, but apparently you liked our little clips. You guys gave us, so thank you for I think 6,000 views on 4 shorts from the last episode. Yeah, so remember that guy said, you know, about when we were talking about about the Mets, like, hey, I'm going to hold it, and Soto's going to hold the cup out. Fuck you. Yeah, he said, Soto, this whole debate something like that. This whole debate will be over when Soto's holding up the trophy in Shea Stadium or some.
I mean,
yeah,
you hoping that Lindor and them can carry him to that, but as of right now, he is not playing up to his contract. But hey, I mean, like I said, there's a lot of ball left, so you know what's.
I know, but the way you said it, cool. Like, dude, you know, what'd you say? We hit the porch.
Oh, I mean,
the short board.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, no, I'm just saying that sounded way cooler than I'm gonna hold the trophy up in Shea.
Look, we're gonna see what happens. I mean, a lot of that's gonna get dealt with. So I'm glad he lost confidence in his team, which he should. So
admirable. I know. I just wanted to say,
yeah. See, I know. I do want to. I agree with what you said. I do. Agree. Fuck you. Cause there's that. But yeah, I mean, I'm really worried about
yeah. So first of all, before we get into anything, Trey, you were at Indy. You were supposed to record, but you were having too much fun. So I totally get it.
It did get out.
So
got a little out of hand just in terms of how much fun it was. Saw the activities that were going on.
So what was you said you were gonna go to a Pacers game or
so the game 3 was the same night as the roast. Like
it's a long day.
The day we were gonna try to get back and see what the tickets look like. But that was when we got back to where we were tailgating at, and so that was when we were trying to regroup, get everything together to go back, you know, to the hotel and stuff. So I was just like, it would be cool to have that happen because you don't really. Like the past 3 years, actually, the Pacers, like 2 of the past 3 years, which have been the last 2, the Pacers were in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Right.
So it's been really cool. And I was like, and that would be really WWT because you can't really plan that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but
Indy 500 weekend win.
Yeah, it was just a lot of just, you know, logistics involved in that, figuring out tickets and stuff. And so.
I'm not condoning that you do drugs, but there's a lot of cocaine that you would have to get just to.
Right. And I mean,
that would get you through the first quarter. This is from what we understand. We don't condone drugs.
Well, right. And also, but like in Indiana, I'm not a native to there. So I mean, I would have not known the first place to ask them.
That's easy, dude. Sorry. They find you. Sorry. Dad, I don't know that for sure. Never mind.
He might be honest. But regardless, we didn't end up needing anything like that. He was just kind of
but some guy was throwing shade your way, wasn't he?
Oh, this guy that was a Pacers fan who I really didn't understand the shade that he was throwing my way. I was just wearing the jersey and I was just, you know.
You were just wearing a Lakers jersey.
Yeah, but I just was wearing my bronze jersey. You know, I got a rep set. And so he just had something to say about the fact that the Lakers were not in the playoffs anymore. And I was just like,
yeah, I got that.
That's cool. Like when I heard that for, you know, almost a month and a half now.
Like Matt's it's like Matt wears a Yankees hat in the off season. I know it's not off season, but it's off season.
Pacers fans stabbed 2 Knicks fans.
That game I did see that.
No, they got stabbed
on Friday night. The game on Friday night in Carmel, Indiana. Yeah, I did see that.
He got charged with that. I don't know if they died or lived. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pacers fans, they're pretty wild.
And who's your daddy? More.
I just was confused about where the hostility came from, and I told him, I said, bro, you had better make sure that y'all take care of business, not only tonight, but for the rest of the series and the playoffs if he goes that far. But don't come crazy. I didn't even say anything to do it. Like, I didn't even know he was there. And so that happened. And then they proceeded to also lose game 3. So we'll see what they do here in the next, 10 minutes or so.
Do you feel like it's like you're performing like a surgery? And he's like, yeah, fuck the Lakers. Like, dude, really? I'm just like hanging out here.
Even involved?
Yeah, like what? It's like, really? That's what?
Nothing to do with it. Like, I don't even know you were here. I didn't even know you existed.
Yeah, you're very forgettable.
Presence here to me, and I didn't ask you to do so. Like, it was just very crazy. So I just, we'll see what happens here. This game's about to start and take off. So.
As much as your rants go, and as much as I love them, you do have a pretty level head when it comes to watching games at bars. Like, yeah, like if it's your team playing, different story. But like, you're not the one. You're not instigating.
I will be very objective. It's not my team. Like, why the fuck?
Hey, you were on a debate team, man.
Unless it's Tyrese Halliburton, because fuck him. But on top of that, he's cold, but I just don't like him. But that's the thing. That's why I feel like it would be like I could actually dap him up and be cool. Like, he would probably be like, "Oh, that's valid that he don't fuck with me," but at least he admit I'm cold. Like, I ain't gonna sit here and lie. He cold, but I just don't like. He just very corny to me. And right, you can be corny and cold at the same time. Two things can be true. His dad is a bag, which I'm cool with that because he was out of pocket with the Giannis shit, but they really shouldn't have, like,
After they split out the series against the Bucks, his dad ran out on the court when they were like everyone was crashing because they kind of went at the last second. And his dad held up like a towel of Tyrese Halliburton, his son, and it was like saying like,
Tommy, just try to shake all your stuff. Yeah, I was just the honest.
But the good thing to do is say to a 6'10" guy when you're 5-0.
Yeah,
that's why I just literally said it wouldn't have. He shouldn't have done that because I would not have been upset with Giannis if he had slapped the shit out of him. I wouldn't. I would have been like, that's very valid because you ran up on me. What do you expect me to do? Just because I'm in the NBA, not slap shit out of you? You just ran up on me. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
So I'd been mad. You'd been like, yep, knew that was coming.
Yeah. That's assumed risk. Like, hey, see that guy that's 6'5", I'm 5'2". Like, what's gonna happen?
Run up and talk shit to him as if he won't knock the shit out of me.
What was that? The Rumble at the Palace? What was that? Fat Malice in the Palace. Yeah, that was a good 30 for the day.
I was watching that game as it happened. I was watching that game as it happened, bro. Like, T was stacked.
Yeah. Well, like him, like
I was cold. See, that was a team that
Reggie was hurt at the time. Yeah, still
I'm about to say.
But like here, there's side of the story. It's just like, dude, the fans were just fucking dicks. Like, I don't blame the players. Just like jumping. Like, you got to show some restraint, but at some point, you're like, come on, man.
And they just keep talking crazy to me like this.
And all the players too, worrying about the recovery. Ron Artest.
He read the room. Read the room.
Because it was Rick Smits or something like that.
Right.
He was like,
let me go.
So you seen the 30 for 30?
Yeah.
Because what did Rick? What did Steven Jackson say? He told Jamal Tinsley whatever he told Ron. He said, you can get your foul back. He said, he is the one does not need a battery in his back. You don't need to encourage him to do something crazy.
Yeah, so I go fight Urkel or Bane.
Say you were logging back into the tunnel, and Ron Artest was like, "Over, you getting in trouble?" And he's like, "What are you done?"
Yeah, like, what are you thinking?
Yeah,
that was so funny. Steven Jackson was like, he does not need a battery in his back to go do something stupid. Why would you do that? That's just when you slap your homeboy upside. Like, what are you? Why would you tell him to do that?
Like, I got your back, but not against him, man. No.
Restraining him from going to doing something crazy.
Yeah, don't you think that's like assumed risk? Like, it's like, oh, dude, Robert says kick the shit out of you. Well, what'd you do? I threw something at him. Yeah, so, dude, that's kind of. What did you?
Just threw a full soda at his face.
Threw a beer on him.
That's what I'm saying. Beers are sticky. So waste of beer.
I couldn't blame Ron. It was ugly. It would have got rid of it.
All right, so what do we got going on tonight, right now? What's going on?
Right now, as we're recording this, I do have live the Knicks and the Pacers game 4, as well as the Stars. Oilers game 5.
Stars, you're breaking my heart. I think, like we said with the last series where they came, was it Denver? They just kicked the shit out of, or they beat them by, what was the NBA game where game 1 they like just beat the ever living shit? Was it like Denver or something?
Oh no, game 1 Denver won on was that game when they went on a buzzer beater? I guess. Okay.
Or just did something where they just like spanked them, put them in their place.
No, they beat them. They beat them at the very last second in game one, and then OKC came back and beat them by like 40.
Right. So the Stars scoring 5 goals or whatever, 4 goals in the third in the first game, and then what if we lose 5-1?
Yeah, bro. What was it? 3-1, and they ended up winning 6-3. So they scored 5 goals.
Yeah. So that being game one, and then game 2, it was like 5-1.
Edmonton been turning up on.
Yeah. So Stars, come on, man. I've got to wear my jersey, my Vinnie Paul jersey.
Yeah, that's true.
And I want to be rocking it. So, because if they do, well, they do have to come back to Dallas.
Yeah, they got
Right.
come back here.
So but that's on Thursday. You got to work, but we wanted to take the show on the road.
Oh yeah.
We'll go tailgate American Airlines Center.
5-3-1 though. That'd be no good.
No, you don't want to try to do that. Mostly, yeah, you don't want to try to do that. Not with Controversies, but unless it's shoot the Oilers. Yeah, they can get very, very hot, very, very fast. So, we'll see what happens. Last night, the Hurricanes kept their season alive.
So
Down 3-0.
who are the Hurricanes playing again?
The Panthers. Florida.
Okay.
So they kept their season alive. I watched some of that game.
There was their third straight Eastern Conference Finals.
The Panthers, yeah. Pretty sure.
So the Panthers, is that, no, what's Florida? Yeah, this was, it's Nashville's the Predators, right? Okay. Yeah, it's all Southern teams now. But what were we saying? Like, how bad do you have to be that, like Miami?
These hot states, like
These hot states, like
teams are hot states.
like the Knights and shit like that. Like,
Yeah. These guys grew up in fucking Siberia.
oh, that's true.
But also, so a lot of the American, but there's a lot of American guys that are like, because Austin Matthews from like Arizona, and then or Colorado, or I think he's from California, but then he played in Arizona a little bit, and then Kachuk is from, he's from.
Yeah, there's exceptions, but there's not like a bunch of Luis Mendoza and just like going around here. Yeah, that was mighty. That's two Griffin, by the way. and they know how to sell.
Yeah, especially with the cans, and also AKA Benny the Jet. Yeah, it was God, he's so fucking cool.
Haven't seen him much else since, but
It doesn't matter, dude. He had 2 of the most iconic Disney characters ever.
he was in D3 running back.
Oh, that's right, they did. Yeah, and apparently PF Flyers are still a real thing. You can still buy the Sandlot edition, the 93s.
Also, Aaron Naismith is back, Matt, and it is 13-9.
I know Matt's like Jones and he wants to watch the game, but it's first quarter, dude. We got it right here. You watch it downstairs. But
I feel good about it. Just as long as we don't get ourselves deep into a hole like last time. But they kind of made it all the sweeter when they won.
oh yeah, you were stressing. We were watching what?
They were down 18 with like 5 minutes, and
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna go take a shit.
So I walk it. I came back from here. I was playing drums, and then I walk in, and Matt's sitting on the couch watching WWE women's wrestling. He's like, "Don't judge me."
I wasn't watching women's wrestling. It was just a women's match.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, whatever.
And it was Liv
They
Morgan.
came a long way, bro. They've come a long way from Trish Stratus, bro.
The day
It wouldn't used to be. She's a Jersey girl. It didn't used to be a whole fan, like super athletic. Great.
she's a church.
I don't know. She was pretty sorry.
That's right.
That's cool. No, listen.
It's great. She's from Jersey. Okay,
Like for sure, but like no, this is her salts. She can read our girls that didn't get to go like to necessarily like the furthest level they could in certain sports like volleyball and softball, soccer, stuff like that. And then honestly, wrestling is another way for them to continue to get
yeah, China. Yeah, China was the big one.
That's why it's so cool now to man, dude. That's what I'm saying. That's Miss Man from Scary Movie.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. It's so cool now with women's. She's in Hollywood. How much better the wrestlers are, though, in terms
Well,
of.
that's what I said to Wes. Like Wes came in and he was like,
I'm not.
judge, and then he was like, oh shit, like
No, I'm not judging, dude, because I was like, the only thing that's fake is the storyline.
Well, like y'all gotta think about it, bro. Stephanie McMahon and Trish Stratus only tipping so far because they look good.
Yeah.
Nowadays they also are able. Like obviously they look good, but they also have actual wrestling ability.
Yeah, can you do it?
And it was just like you seeing them.
You do a backflip off the ropes. Yeah.
You seeing Jeff Hardy jump from the top of the goddamn arena
Yeah.
and land on somebody with a swanton bomb. That's nuts. Obviously, no women are gonna go do that. But now that you actually see them be able to make up for it, the other aspects of wrestling, that's really fucking dope.
Yeah.
very cool. Rhea Ripley's kind of carrying it.
Type shit. You know what I'm saying?
And she's beautiful. I was telling Wes, she must all the gothic stuff. She's just in like her normal thing. I mean, she did like when she was blonde and everything.
Yeah. I think when we were talking about this, like breaking because you couldn't back in the day, like you couldn't break K-Fabe, and now K-Fabe is completely. I remember, I still don't know why it's called K-Fabe.
The documentary where it's going to show them like in the writing room and like show them how everything works, but I feel like that kind of takes away from the whole mystique of it, even though people know, but it's still like.
Well, like from watching like Dark Side of the Ring, it's like Vince was the one who would say like, you know, whoever had like obviously the most presence or whatever, like Macho Man or whatever. That's how they
Crowd presence.
yeah, crowd presence. That's how they decide who wins.
Just like take what his dad did and ran with it.
He bought every.
And then he was in the writing room, like he was coming out
He got a feel of how
Yeah, but he's still a piece of shit.
doing everything.
he is very much a piece of shit.
Like he come in, I saw Super. He come in, we're full like WrestleMania to be like, hey man, you're losing the night. And they're like, what? You've been first for 2 months. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I gotta feel it.
wasn't it like the first WrestleMania here in Dallas? There was one of the first two.
She was at it.
What's that? All I know is when nobody's so Macho Man is always gonna be my favorite just because his interviews. I don't know how the fuck he came up with that. I don't know if it was right. A lot of coke. Yeah, Jesus Christ. But like how he came up with all of his sayings, I'm like, that's just incredible. I don't know how you can improvise that or.
Yeah, he was good. I mean, there's a lot of guys that have good mic skills, but I don't know. Did y'all ever watch, this is a weird segue, did you guys ever watch Young Rock on Peacock?
No,
I never got.
It's actually not bad.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
I think what got me more into it, like one of my favorite movies is A Wrestler with Mickey Rourke.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Ready to Rumble.
No, with David Arquette. Who was the craziest one on the dark side of the craziest one on the dark side of the ring was New Jack. New Jack, he was from Harlem. Like the guy's fucking nuts. I don't even want to like butcher like what he did, but he was just like
Well, Hacksaw and Juggernaut.
no, he was like the one that was like during the OJ trial, he was like he goes like, hey OJ, keep up the good work. He says shit like that, and he's like, people think he's like, cause I'm fucking crazy. Like, especially no, the backyard wrestlers are totally different. Yeah, well, we'll watch the South Park.
Yes, like a lot of like he said, like the Hardy Boys and like people like that that know about hardcore stuff. That's kind of where they came from. Like they were just like jumping off the roof and stuff.
Yeah, dude, I fucking
Swanton bombing on motherfuckers from 30 feet away.
I like the Dudley Boys. They're pretty fun. The Dudley, just body slamming.
Yeah.
May, whatever her name was when she was like 85. Sue Labels.
Through Cables is crazy. Just as they were.
yeah. So we will watch it.
Then she had like a fake pregnancy with Mark Henry.
Yeah, then she had an abortion because she's addicted to it. And we watched the South Park of the where they were where Cartman was the chick. She got.
Everybody else watching women's wrestling.
That's okay, Matt. Yeah.
Again, Matt, I can't be mad.
Hey, man, Matt, me and you have literally seen everything on TV. Somebody just got to go, hey, okay. I like the Vampire Diaries and the originals, okay? I don't give a shit.
I had to move a muscle to change it. I wasn't like, oh shit, like watching porn. Like I just came out like.
Yeah, he just turned around and I was like, what are you watching? He's like, don't judge me. I'm like, yeah.
But women's wrestling is way better than it used to be.
No, again, I wasn't hating. I just, out of all things.
I told you, he's still very into wrestling. He got me back into like actually following wrestling.
But I guess but what I was trying to get at was that you were stressing those last, you're like, oh shit, let me switch over to the game. And you were having.
Well, I had to see one between Seth Rollins and the other guy.
Well, no, but like those last few, was it the last like 20 seconds, man? You were
10 seconds. Because again, like we were watching a few other things and then that came on. I was like, oh, I got to change this. It's only 10 seconds left. It's 2-point game.
Then impressive.
So what else we got? So obviously we got the playoffs going on. Was there anything? So we talked NHL, we got NBA. What about our Yanks? I know we lightly touched on baseball, but what's going on in MLB? But didn't we lose to the Rockies?
Oh, we still won the series. Still won the series.
You've been going 2-3 a lot lately.
Yeah, which is perfectly fine.
Padres and Mets.
Which is perfectly fine.
No, I know. I'm just saying that like when we lost to the Rockies, it was just a bad night for sports. That what?
Yeah, he lost team. They're on pace to.
They are trying to end 120 games. I was with two.
You know what? I would cheer for that.
And
Just
yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to pull like a major league before they get rid of everybody. They're just doing the whole thing.
Just go for broke, man.
It's like,
So
Toronto's not walking the door anytime soon.
So, got the Angels again tonight.
what was? Oh, you said something in the car when we came and got you. that you had something you had to get off your chest, and it had to be, was it college football? Because last time you were very, I know you hate Ohio State, and I was re-listening to some of your rants. You really don't like them.
Whoa, but
Yeah, no.
but also real quick,
Yeah.
Yanks have won 14 of the last 18. That's what I saw yesterday.
See, that's all that matters. I just,
But we've also got the Angels again tonight, so 8:38. Obviously out there in Cali, so
yeah.
late. But also no, it was more so that had to do with the fact that we were continuing to expand this fucking playoff, and it gets on my fucking nerves that people keep bitching about their strength of schedule, which is what it is. Like again, Big Ten, SEC, it's tough. It's gonna be hard. We get that, but let's not lose sight of the fact that the purpose of why we play sports in general is you either win or you fucking lose. And so if you want to have an easier schedule and you want to be rewarded for losing fucking games,
go play minor leagues.
well, no, try to petition to join the NFL, because when it comes to college sports, I'm sorry, but dog, win the fucking games. Like, I don't understand how hard this is to grasp. Like, Alabama's coaches bitching about the fact that if people would have played our schedule, you've lost to 2 6-6 teams. 2, not 1, but fucking 2. If you beat one of them, you wouldn't have even had to fucking worry about it, because you would have got in over Tennessee somehow, some fucking way. Mostly the Alabama effect, but regardless, everyone, win your fucking games.
Yeah, you have one job.
Like, a team I'm a fan of was walking around aimlessly for fucking damn near over a decade and a half, damn near. And so I understand what it's like to just be like, damn, why can't you fucking win the game?
Yeah, it's not like
Scheduled.
Yeah, it's not junior high versus NFL. Yeah.
Promoting a boxer, but they want to set them up with all these kind of wins just until they get to the bigger games and bigger stuff.
And then they get punched on, and then you're like, damn, I thought he was better than that. No, he ain't fucking did shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Again, I just feel like you got to win the games. Whoever you schedule, if you want to schedule the schools of the blind, sure. But just understand, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You're talking about I might even need to schedule softer and all this other shit.
Well, that
Because whenever you go win the big conference games that you need to win because you weren't prepared due to your non-conference schedule, don't blame anyone but yourself. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, so yeah, it's one of those saying that if it's just like you're catering to, like you're almost pandering, like, oh yeah, we played a bunch of like junior high school guys and we kicked the shit out of them. You're like, okay, congrats. But if you really want to be the best, everybody will just say, oh yeah, you made it won that championship or whatever, but you fucking were playing.
FC.
Yeah, just the longest yard. Yeah.
Like, dog, if you want to sit here and you want to complain about the fact that you get a harder schedule than other teams, okay, that's one argument. But to say that you deserve to play for it all and you got 3 losses just because you played a tougher schedule than fucking a team in the ACC.
So isn't that what makes a champion?
I mean, come on now.
Right? Isn't that literally what like the best of the best means?
Shit, the 2 times I saw Texas play for a national championship in my lifetime left, do y'all know how many losses they had?
How many?
0.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was to play for it all. Like, we're talking about teams, they want to be able to have 3 losses and hell, who knows, maybe more.
Right.
Be able to play for it all. I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah. Are you talking about that one? The lot.
Our teams, I think 8 and whatever expanding is too much.
Thank you. That's Matt. Thank you. I've been said this. I'm like, 4 was whatever it was. Like, because even 2, like, there was an argument, but at the same time, it's like, bro, listen, there was probably something you could have did to wherever you didn't have to worry about that. But my point is, you can't sit in here and keep expanding this to all these teams that feel like they have a case and they didn't take care of business when they.
Always the 5th seed, 6th seed. Be like, dude, you should have been in the first place.
Exactly. What are we doing?
Yeah, I mean, unless you're like your team just died in.
Also, like if you're in the SEC, your wins carry more weight, anyways. So,
Right.
like if you're in Big Ten,
Yeah, just either drop a conference or whatever. Just if you want the easier schedule, then just go play an easier fucking
You
division.
want an easier conference?
Go play the shot to clears or.
If you want to. I mean, if you want to go play the App States of the world, that's fine. You can go do that. But don't sit here and pretend as if, again, this is Alabama we're talking about. This isn't a team that is lacking resources and lacking top.
Hey, you guys got the money.
Like, you beat Georgia. Hold on, they keep talking about, oh, well, we beat Georgia last year and Texas didn't have any ranked wins, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, but you still also lost to Vanderbilt and Oklahoma. So how are we going to negate the fact that you lost to 2 teams that won 6 games, the same amount of games that they lost? But, oh, you beat Georgia. Okay, congratulations. Where was that this and energy at against those other 2 teams?
Yeah.
We wouldn't have even been having this discussion if you beat one of them.
Yeah, so that what like the time I played Matt in 2005. I beat him one time. I haven't played him since.
So the most aggravating thing. So frustrating.
Oh, I just won one time.
It was, come on, like, it's like, we've been out of the bars. Let's just play, like, I'm good, I'm taking that.
He said, I'm off.
Oh yeah, I beat him.
He refuses to play.
He said, I got
Yeah.
He said, I got
I'm good, man.
He hit you with a couple of big shots, and that was it. Like,
No, he knew what I was gonna do. I had
Steel Saber's Russian miracle. Like, it was one of the,
but that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
hit you with like a long touchdown here and there, and kept serving the game.
but like Matt knew I was like, I'm throwing it to Jerry. I'm throwing it to Jerry each time. This is like, there is no guessing at what I was gonna do. And
You feeling good? I know he figured out a rhythm. He kind of figured out.
20 years, I still haven't played.
He's like Swartzen do a Dance Dance Revolution. He's like, oh, did I break it?
I was sorry. Oh, is that good? Is the women good? I love you, Betty. So,
Well, that's how it's going.
but if I had an easier schedule, bro, and got to play more.
Yeah, like, he won't play, like, he won't even do, like, a thumb war with me. Like, it's nothing anymore. He's like,
Yeah, people hate losing to me. I don't know why. It's it's really weird. I don't get it. I don't even think my dad likes losing to me when I bowl against him. I mean, but I don't, because I don't gloat or anything. I'm just like, yeah, okay, there it is.
I walk faster than him down the hallway today.
Like, I'm doing this shit. It is what it is. Like, what are we talking about?
It's just- like when we get back to the apartment, like Victoria's like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? It's like, we had a Royal Rumble in the hallway. I don't know how to explain this. But yeah. So we got home 30 minutes ago, but it was
To run a target, that's really lights a fire. I mean, we care up them. That really gets me going.
I won't lie to you. Things got a little out of here.
Yeah. My face touched the low threat count and I lost it.
And I said, I know that I'm done with this shit. I gotta get this out.
So is there anything else you want to get off your chest before, because I feel like we're hitting our natural conclusion. Is that, so you got that off your chest?
I mean, yeah, I did.
You good? You feel good?
Yeah, I got that off my chest. I just want those people to understand and know that you can't just you can't lose games and expect to be rewarded for it. I'm sorry. It just doesn't work like that. So no, that was really about it, man.
Oh, man, I thought there was going to be some more gravitas to that. But this also, you haven't had your like 6 IPAs
Well,
prior.
I've had that many.
No, I'm saying sometimes it's been, yeah. You just came off, yeah, I know.
6 is hell.
You're like, dude, I don't know why. I'm like, yeah, those are like 12%, bro. You're like, these are fucking delicious.
But I had like 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
At the top.
It's fun to watch. I'm not trying to call you out. It was just fun. It's fun to listen to.
No, that's not because I do just speak my mind.
All right, so some final predictions, Matt. Obviously you want the Knicks to win. Do you think it's going to go to Game 7?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, if they win tonight, if the Pacers lose, I think they might close it out in the Garden, which would be a nightmare. But I think if we win this, I'll go to 7 for sure.
Trey? Oh, okay. Let's get you on the Stars. Who do you think that's going to go? If they win tonight,
I don't know if I can give an accurate prediction.
who do you want to win?
I'm in Dallas, hell.
Yeah.
Stars.
Okay. There you go.
I mean, bro, you don't have to root for the Stars.
Yeah, but it's one of those teams like nobody like really hates the Stars. It's like kind of like hating the Browns or the Cubs. Like, why would you hate them? It's they don't count. Yeah, it's like no, and that's what we've been saying. Like, I don't hate the Browns. I just feel bad for the city. Like,
I mean, people act like they've been like in football jail. They had a top 5 defense 2 years ago, and they were in the playoffs. Like, they just had a bad year last year because, Deshaun just can't get his feet like from under him after dumping lows all over the
I
country.
was about to just say his legs are gone.
yeah,
Justin Tucker's following up.
Yeah,
But Justin Tucker was going to like W hotels. Like, he wasn't going to Rub and Tugs. Like, he was going to like really nice. He was going to all these nice places. Like, he was.
So hold on. So you got to catch me up. So
Tucker is like arguably the most like accurate, or not arguably. I think he is the most accurate kid there of all time. He was like,
yeah. No, I'm saying, but the W hotel reference.
no, I'm saying like he wasn't going to like filthy like he was like obviously like where Deion Watson was going. And he was going to Ritz Carlton's.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's fucking with Instagram models that also doubled as my citizens.
Oh, okay.
He was doing it a different type of way.
Oh, he's doing the classy,
The Robert Kraft way.
the Robert
Kind
Kraft.
of like the Donnie Burger. Like he was in a nice spot with just like $100 bill hanging out of his swat.
Just a whole Joe to go. Yeah.
Came out. A lot of the media, like Maryland, Baltimore, DC area, were like, "Dude, this isn't news to us. Like, there's been rumblings about this for a while."
Yeah, like who gives a shit?
National. So now they cut him, and I don't know if he's getting. I don't think.
So you're telling me that an athlete got a hand job?
He got several hands on it.
Yeah, I'm just like, isn't that just seems to be par for the?
Well, I think he was like, I see that farm.
Was he like mean about it? Did he like?
Forcing himself, but I think he was like,
He wasn't having freak offs.
to reach around, like he was trying to like make it more than what it was. On top of again, and he wasn't. That's not the kind of place where
Yeah,
you go and do that. Like this specific place is for that.
yeah. There's between the $5, you know.
You can't afford it. Like
Yeah.
somewhere in you got that FU kicker money.
Yeah, dude. Just like Fiegel's.
It's not like you don't know. Yeah, he might be out of there.
Whatever. He's
That's
at least he knows who to call to make him feel a little bit better. Give him that real happy ending. See what I did there? See what I did there?
you got it.
Trey, what's your final words?
I think you nailed it, man.
What, with the hand job thing?
You know, just the happy from the players that we were.
Oh, okay. What's
And
that?
I keep your hands on the desk, please. Oh, and dead. No, I'm just talking about the fact that the reference that led into happy ending. I was just saying happy ending. AJ.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to go have some happy endings. Sorry, that was my Tobias moment. All right, guys, strikes in the end zone. What was it? This is, we might have another one this week, but thank you again for everybody that's been watching, and except for that one guy, that piece of shit that's talking shit about the Yankees. We got a lot of baseball left. All right, guys, we will see you later this week. All right.